Over the years, there has been talks about the difference between gospel musicians, thespians, and the secular ones. But today we are here to correct that notion. The church is not totally against entertainment, but in a way, there's a misconception somewhere. I'm not here alone today to discuss this, but we are here to inform you, educate you, and surely to entertain you, and also to change your idea about how best you can use your talent. With me today is Mr. Uchenna, a vast person, wit and beats. He's here to share his own opinion about the topic.
Hi, Victor.
Yes, like I said, I won't be discussing this alone, and we're here to change the notion in people's mind. So please, in a nutshell, what do you understand by this? First of all, is the notion true or is it false?
The notion that that the church isn't trying at all, I think, is false. However, I agree with the notion that the church can do a lot better, can improve in its support for entertainers within the church system. You know, it's unfortunate that the church has over time lost some other things. I think that the church can improve in that. But to say that the church is doing nothing with respect to entertainment within the church system, I don't think is completely true. What the church needs to do is to improve on whatever they are doing right now and rest up to change.
All right. Another angle that to strengthen that notion is that the church is doing catch up instead of setting up the pace, because we get to see the quality from the secular aspect, which is the world, and the church is trying to adapt. Why not the church be the one to start up? Why not the church be the one to set the pace while the world follow? In that way, we can influence the world with good content.
Okay, so like I agreed with you from the start. I think that the church can do a lot better. What I do not agree with you, and I'm going to emphasize again, is that the church is doing nothing about it. Yeah, the church is supposed to set the standard. The church is supposed to be the pace setter, and that's where I think that the church should be driving hard towards, as opposed to coming to play catch up. That I think is what is in practice at the moment, you know. So the church should set standards. The church, there's nothing wrong with the church owning record labels.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with the church owning drama academies and what have you. You know, with all of that in place, the young ones would have more faith to remain within the church system and deploy whatever talent it is that they have, as opposed to, you know, they get to a certain time and then they are frustrated and then they run off to do some other things outside of the church confines.
All right. I came across something online. It's called the Festival of Talents. Would you like to shed more light on that in a split second?
All right, then Festival of Talents is the brainchild of the Headstone Church. That's where I worship, and Festival of Talents is our own response to this need around within the church system. You know, we saw that we have a lot of young persons who are very energetic, full of life, and they have talents, diverse kinds of talents, ranging from music to drama to oratory abilities and all. And we thought of how we could encourage these people, you know, to put their arts and their talent together and still remain God's own children, and in fact instruments in calling other people to come to God. And so that's how we birthed the Festival of Talent, where we gather around young people who go onto the streets and call them all around and gather them, and, you know, they compete for some sort of prize. But the end game is such that everyone comes, you know, we recognize their skills, talents, and abilities, and you know, even if you do not get to enter the competition proper and win a prize on that day, we have academies that we have put in place. We have drama academy, music academy, fashion academy, and what have you, so that your skills and your abilities in whatsoever stage it is, you know, can further be harnessed, and you are helped to improve on it, and you launch out better with it.
Okay.
But our mindset is, at the end of the day, you are using your talent and you don't lose faith with the church, as have been in practice prior to now and all that.
Okay. So do you believe or do you agree that somebody can actually be very talented and remain in the church? Because what I feel or what I see these days is that people tend to feel that they are caged when they are in the church. We have some kind of dances that the church will not accept. We have some kind of comedy that the church will not accept. That's some kind of acts that the church will not accept. So some people feel that, is it because I'm so vast or I'm so talented and the church is refusing my talent? Is there a line that should be drawn, or how do we draw the line?
Okay, so I always answer this question this way. I think that for every Christian, and now we're called Christians because we are Christ-like, and our actions, whatever it is, in whatsoever field of endeavor we find ourselves, you know, everything we do should be done in a Christ-like manner. And the same applies to someone who is a doctor, applies to someone who is a lawyer, applies to someone who is an engineer. The underlying factor in whatever you are doing show the Christ, and it doesn't change with an entertainer. Do you understand? So the underlying factor in your display of your art should be Christ. Do you understand? So the point you should not move away from is to do anything that goes contrary to Christ. Apart from that, you are free in God's presence to express your ability to the fullest. That's the mind of God. And God created all of us differently. We can't all be lawyers, we can't all be doctors, we can't all be entertainers. So somebody has got to do something the other person is not doing. So if you have chosen to be an entertainer, the underlying factor in your art should be that it glorifies Christ at the end of the day.
Wow. We could go on and on and on, but time will not permit us. But before we let you go, please give us 3 things that young thespians, upcoming artists, upcoming musicians should know out there. 3 things that they should hold dearly to them while they grow up or develop in their spheres of life.
So I think the first one will be that Christ should be the foundation and the base of anything you do.
Okay.
The second one will be that you should stop at nothing at pursuing your dreams.
Okay.
And then the third one should be that you should apply resilience and give everything it takes to make your dream come to pass.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so
much. We're still on Talent Hub exclusives. More to come your way. Stay tuned.